Team Thread.
Individually, threads are easily broken.
Woven tightly, threads have untold strength.
There are common threads that tie the five of us together, and some of them span 20 years.
There are filaments that have collectively driven us to this form of masochistic self-discovery, expedition adventure racing.
For one of us, it's the answer to the question, am I as strong as my mother who succumbed to cancer?
For another, it is the drive to give his father the strength to battle paralysis.
One of us sees the world headed in the wrong direction and uses their influence as a teacher and a guide to meet their students with planned adversity and see them past those challenges.
So who is who on Team Thread?
We are in search of more threads, ones that tether us to one another, to those who inspire us, and ones that tie us to the natural world.
Not satisfied with mere threads. What we're really after here is fabric.
We can think of no better way to reveal and galvanize these connections than to throw ourselves into the 2021 Eco Challenge Patagonia, the idea setting to get utterly threadbare, to see what we are made of.
I'm Kevin J. Tobin, 48 years old and thriving in Ashland, Virginia. The Eco Challenge is the biggest and the baddest. For the last 15 years, I've had the good fortune to work closely with Nick Moore in race production. He competed in all but the last Eco Challenge, and I could not get enough of his epic tales of camaraderie, suffering, and self-discovery. My passion comes from the inescapable feeling that I wasn't going to live very long, and so I'm after quality, not quantity. Due to poor grades, I was kicked out of the engineering program in college and had to beg my way back in, but eventually graduated without honors. I don't know what's motivating me, but I'm hoping that the Eco Challenge can shed some light on that. Our team all met through a climbing center and an adventure camp of which I'm an owner. Our relationship spanned more than 20 years. Like me, my teammates all have demons. Our demons have beaten us down. We've beaten them back, but the war is not over. In life, we do for others, but this is for us. In this race, we hope for answers. Our goal is to beat it and not let the race force us to beat ourselves. Up next is Michael.
My name is Michael Stratton. I'm 36 years old. I'm from Richmond, Virginia. Eco Challenge is the summit of adventure racing, and I love reaching summits. Personally, I'm driven by a desire to find my own limits. I've known this crew for decades. Michelle is the most intense athlete I have ever raced with. Tobin is the most skilled human being on planet Earth. Rob is the most unique individual anyone has ever met. When Dave commits, he goes all in. Mm-hmm. On paper, our team may be a little bit on the older side, but what is different about us is that we will never give up. Just finishing would be amazing, but the crowd is going to love us. Up next is Dave Moffett.
Hi, I'm 37 years old and I grew up in and recently moved back to Richmond, Virginia. Eco Challenge is the adventure race. It has the biggest physical, psychological, and logistical challenges. This is the race where we prove to ourselves that we can rise up. I've been a mountain biker, paddler, and climber since I was a kid. These other guys are also attracted to the suffer fest side of these sports. This is the big race that ties it all together, that brings our threads together. For me, my career pursuits took me around the US where I had geographic opportunities for adventure, but changing priorities shifted me away from pushing myself outside. Now that I'm back home though, the drive to try hard has been sparked back up, and I need to prove to myself that I've not gotten too soft. Regarding my teammates, I had my first week of camp with some of these guys 21 years ago. We all grew up and developed as athletes and as people in the mountains and rivers here together. I know they are tough, they are resilient, and maybe they're a little bit crazy. We've all known each other for a long time, that we've so much grown apart over the years. But we are excited for this race experience and its challenges, which promise to weave us back into something stronger. I know that we can finish this race, and my goal is to help make sure that we do. I will help to keep our threads from fraying, and I believe we will inspire each other, motivate each other, and support each other to finish strong. Up next is Rob Tompkins.
So I think my first day of camp was in 1993. But I'm Rob Tompkins. I'm 37 and I'm from Richmond, Virginia. Pretty heavily rooted in Richmond, Virginia. 6 or 7 generations deep, I think. My dad taught me to climb here in town and paddle here in town, and for that I'm eternally grateful. These guys also taught me how to paddle and climb during times when we were at camp together and when we were at college together in the mountains. After that, we kind of went our separate ways. And in 2009, my dad got hit by a car road biking. It's been hard. It's been hard. And we've gotten him through that. And he really likes FaceTiming with my daughters now. You know, we actually FaceTimed a little bit when I was out in Yosemite earlier this year. So doing this race for him would be a gift. Giving him a finisher medal would be the best gift I could think of. I hope it would mean a lot to him. Next up is Michelle Rippey.
I'm Michelle Rippey. I'm 36 years old, originally from Herndon, Virginia. Now I live in Tacoma, Washington. I view my life in 3 threads. Thread 1 is my athletic life. I race triathlons around the world with Olympic dreams. After getting injured while training in New Zealand, I realized the loneliness that lifestyle could bring, so I returned home to Virginia Tech. Thread 2 is friendships. I reconnected with friends who introduced me to adventures that I had turned down before in fear of jeopardizing my triathlon career. I began adventure racing, mountain biking, climbing, whitewater kayaking, and ultra running. My teammates are the guys who introduced me to all those things. Not only the skills, but about mental fitness and the fun that can accompany suffering. The third thread is my drive to help others. As a swim coach, horseback riding instructor, wilderness therapy instructor for troubled teens, a wilderness first responder, pediatric nurse, and finally, as a mother. Eco Challenge is all about the team, getting everyone through their toughest moments and finishing together. I can braid those 3 threads together at Eco Challenge, pushing myself as an athlete, reconnecting with old friends, and tapping into that helper life as a nurse and mother by encouraging my teammates. Since we will be reunited, I'm excited to see what our life experiences have taught us that can bring us together for a goal to finish with stronger relationships.
We're going to come and get you.